President Suresh at this point of time for arranging this program and inviting the dignitaries here. It's a great opportunity for the chamber and the chamber members to interact with them and learn about the country and its economic activities, and we'll be very happy to hear about it. A few words about Hindustan Chamber of Commerce. Hindustan Chamber of Commerce was founded on 2nd November 1945 by Sri C.M. Kothari and Sri Rai Bahadur Himchand Kesha. Now with a membership of about 1,000 members from various segments of trade, commerce and industry, Hindustan Chamber is affiliated to the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Recently we celebrated our Platinum Jubilee on 11th September 2021 at Hotel ITC Grand Chola. This event was presided over by Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, Honorable Vice President of India, in the presence of guests of honor, Sri Banwarilal Purohit, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, and Sri Ila Ganesan, Honorable Governor of Manipur, and Sri KK.SSR Ramachandran, Honorable Minister of Revenue and Disaster Management in Tamil Nadu. And the Chief Guest released Platinum Jubilee souvenir and plate. We'll be happy to share it with you. And at this function, we honored Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, Founder Chairman, Apollo Hospitals Group, with Champion of Humanity Award for his business excellence. The objective of the Chamber includes promotion of trade, commerce and industry, and the protection of their general interests. The Chamber serves as an effective channel of communication between the Centre, trade governments and trade, commerce, industry and public. Several leading personalities have graced the Chamber with their presence on various occasions. And 2nd November 2020, for our 70th anniversary, the Chamber released a special postal cover with the Chamber's logo, and the same was released by the Chief Postmaster General. With these few words, I once again welcome the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request
Divinity Blossoms Day. It is an honor and a great pleasure for me in extending a warm welcome to Her Excellency Mrs. Daniela Mariana Sazonov Tane, Ambassador of Romania, to our Hindustan Chamber of Commerce today. Born on the 21st of June 1970, Madam Ambassador has many educational degrees in her kitty. Subjects covered are MA in Letters, Romanian Language and Literature, and Hindi Language and Literature from the University of Bucharest, 1994. In Madam Ambassador's own words, I quote, "After falling in love with India, through the ancient wisdom of Vedas and Upanishads, I decided to study Hindi language and literature at the University of Bucharest. I was part of the first batch of students studying Hindi in post-communist Romania in 1992. I received a scholarship from the Indian government for the study of Hindi language and culture at Kendriya Hindi Sansthan, Agra, and this is how I discovered India at 22, unquote. Madam Ambassador would give up her lunch many a times while acquiring and studying books in Sanskrit, Hindi and dictionaries. Back to the academics, Madam Ambassador has a degree in BA in Political Science, University of Bucharest, French section, MSc in Sustainable Development and Environmental Management, University of London, Center for Environmental and Development Places. On the professional front, Madam's accomplishments are, I'll just read out quickly as we have a good lot of things to know about Madam Ambassador.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Have a good omen for our cooperation. Om Bhurghuvaः Svaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. So, thank you very much for this warm presentation. You are overwhelmed me. I will try to make a brief presentation of. Do you hear me? It's okay. Of Romania and the opportunities of investing there. Although our colleague here he said almost a lot, almost everything. So as part of the European Union, Romania represents an incredible market opportunity in terms of size. It is the 9th country in the 27, and the population, we have the 7th population in the EU. Of course, comparing to India, we are very small. Offering investors a strong market potential as the 2nd largest country in Central and Eastern Europe, and the largest in Southeastern Europe. You put the... Excuse. Okay. We have a strategic position, being located at the...
Please honor His Excellency Mr. Purushottam Bagaria, Honorary Council Secretary of Mandawar. I now invite Mr. Vice President FTC to honor them with the Platinum Jubilee. Kindly honor Mr. Cruz, Council for Trade and Protocol Office. Thank you, sir.
In addition to what our ambassador has said, I would like to add 4 points for which we received, Madam Ambassador, more inquiries from Tamil Nadu for business in addition to the areas which has been explained. One is that you will be very happy to note that a lot of labor from Tamil Nadu is getting employed in Romania. And I think the number of visas which has been issued and which are getting issued are getting added, or rather I would say multiplied every year. With the little slowdown during Corona days, it is picking up again. And we receive at least 2 to 3 calls a week asking that when the visa is going to reopen and we would like to go over there. In fact, Mr. Ganapati here, who is the chairman of Syngent India, they recently about 2 years back acquired an IT company in Romania which was employing about 800 people. And this is the kind of relationship with Tamil Nadu shares with the state of Romania. The second part of inquiry is saying at many of the seminars in South India is the education. Romania was not earlier open for education to Indians because they were not teaching in English. Now a number of Romanian universities have started teaching in English. And you will be surprised to know that the cost of sending your students to Romania for professional studies is about 10% of the cost which you pay for sending them to USA. Between 10 to 20, I would say. And their degree is recognized in the European Union, and you can also get a work permit once you clear your education from the institutes in Romania. Now these are the four areas which concerns the common man of Tamil Nadu. Madam has already explained what concerns the industry. So these are the four areas where we are getting regular inquiries that this is what we want to do. And I am sure that the number of people who are going for jobs, who are going for education, and who are going for tourism is going to continuously increase. We are at your service here. Our office is at Harrod Road. My colleague Mr. Cruz, he is here to guide you. I am there to guide you. And any of you who would ever like to look at Romania would be welcome, and we will provide you all the details. So with these words, I thank you all once again for inviting us here, and I'm sure that we'll repeat the visit next year again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Romania is a very high-growing country, and as they put it in the meeting, in the interaction, they are very cost competitive. Unlike Western Europe, where cost of labor is very high, Her Excellency highlighted that labor costs are much lower there. So it gives really a competitive edge for India to get in. And there are some sectors where India has got its own expertise, like automobile, defense. These are the areas where they are also welcoming foreign investment. And so these two countries, they can really collaborate on some of these areas. Then tourism is one area where they specified that because they have an adverse balance of trade with India, with open arms, they welcome Indian tourists. Education also, they have got high educational institution of high repute. And they also teach nowadays in English. And the cost of doing a tourism or cost of having an education in Romania is much cheaper when compared to big high-cost economies like your Germany or France and all. So these are some of the strengths which Romania brings in. So what she has underlined is these are the areas where there can be lot more collaboration, lot more exchange of visits of people, lot more joint way of doing business. So the opportunities which are available for Indian entrepreneurs, that is what was underlying thrust for today's meeting.
Relations between Romania and India on commercial trade, commercial and investment field. So the presentation I've made was mainly to present the advantages of investing in Romania, which is a fast-growing economy. We have facilities for investors. The best sector is the IT, where there is zero taxes. And I was highlighting the main investors, Indian investors, which are already present in Romanian market, which are big companies like Tata Consultancy, Wipro, Infosys, Genpact, Sun Pharma, to name just the very big ones. Then we have also other small ones. There are about 500 Indian companies working in Romania. So this was the main topics. We are trying to find out new ways of cooperation and to bring also Romanian companies to invest in India, in Tamil Nadu, which is a very welcoming state, and where we are matching, our capacities are matching very well with the Tamil Nadu capacities. This is in very brief. Thank you very much.